I don't see anybody.
Hello, everybody.
No, no mask. Wow.
It's just me,
It's true. It's good.
all to myself.
Stand up.
Okay, so when we're getting started, I'm going to just put everyone on mute. So Christine, you stay center stage.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so my name's Christine. I'm one of the physical therapists here at UCSD. I've definitely seen some of you on our group classes before. So I don't know if you guys know, but today, or actually this month, there's a challenge going on. It's called Movember for Parkinson's. And a gentleman named Jimmy Choi, who is a speaker who works with the Michael Box Foundation, as well as kind of heading this challenge. And so what the challenge is for the month of November, everybody is supposed to be moving a lot. We know that that's especially important for those that have Parkinson's. And his challenge is that you pick an exercise that is somewhat difficult or challenging for you to do. And every single day you try and add a repetition of it. And so today is the 17th. So say your exercise was a sit to stand, you would try 17 sit to stands in a row. And he's kind of given some suggestions on, squats, like a sit to stand transfer, planks, push-ups, and even burpees for some of those higher level people. And so today we're actually going to incorporate some of those exercises into our group class. So I hope everybody's ready for it. Jimmy was actually diagnosed with Parkinson's when he was 27 back in 2003. And by 2010, he was walking with an assistive device and using a cane. And then he kind of had this moment where he just realized that he needed to change his life, because at that point he was only in his mid-30s. And he really adopted, how important exercise is and how it can really change your overall level of function with Parkinson's. And so if you're ever interested, you can definitely look him up. He's run marathons since then. He was even on the TV show American Ninja Warrior. So he is, definitely an inspiration for this community. I looked at, everybody that was supposed to be in the class today. Is there anybody that cannot get down on the floor or would prefer not to? Because it's just me today, so I'm gonna try and modify things as best we can. Some of your videos are off, so I can't tell if you're saying yes or no, but I definitely see a few people out there. For those waving your hands right now, are we able to stand up to do some of our exercises?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So we're gonna at least be trying them in standing, and I'm gonna give modifications because I know there's definitely some people that I've seen before that are willing to get down on the floor. So we're gonna try and adapt as best I can with just myself here. Okay, so what I'm gonna want everybody to do, if they feel like they're gonna need a chair for their balance, definitely have one by them. And if you can, position yourself for those that are a little bit more off balance or who don't want to get down on the floor, to have some sort of like sturdy surface next to them. So that might not be where you're set up quite at this moment, but if you could have something next to you, that would be great. I just have this table. Is everybody able to have something sturdy next to them? I see hands saying yes.
Yes.
Okay. If not, just type in the chat box, and Lisa, if you can let me know if anybody needs additional modifications, that would be great. Okay? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start with a warm up. So everybody's gonna go ahead and we're gonna stand on up. It's just me, so hopefully everybody can see me pretty well, right? So if you feel like you need a chair to hold onto while we're doing this, you certainly can. You can do a standing march. Or if you joined us last time, some of our higher level folks were gonna jog. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say stop, and you're gonna try and stand on one foot, and then we're gonna start jogging again, stop. And again, if you're using your chair in front, you can jog with the chair or just do a nice march and stop, okay? We're gonna do this for a solid 3 minutes. If you need to take a break, that's all right. You can go ahead and stop or sit down, but for those of you that are ready, here we go. So we're gonna start jogging for those that wanna jog. So the whole point of this class is to get our heart rate up because that's the most important part when we're exercising. And stop. Very nice job out there. All right, here we go. We're gonna start again. We're jogging. And stop. Ooh, I lost my balance a little bit on that one. Good job. Here we go again. If you want to challenge yourself even more, you can really try and get those knees up nice and high. And stop. Good. Here we go again. We're almost a minute into it, so keep up the good work. Stop. Good. Here we go. Starting again, either marching or jogging in place. Stop. Good. Really trying to challenge that single leg balance if you can. Jogging again. And stop. Here we go. Starting up. We're over halfway there with this 3-minute warm-up. And stop. Jogging again. Or marching. And stop. Good. Coming back at it. You got about a minute left. Hopefully you guys are starting to feel warmed up. Again, you can definitely be here marching. And stop. Good. Coming back at it. We have about 30 seconds left. And stop. Nice job, you guys. Hopefully we're feeling a little bit warmed up. So for this next part, we're gonna do a little bit of an interval, incorporating some of those more exercises that Jimmy was recommending for this whole Movember challenge. So I'm gonna show you a few different ways you can do it and go ahead and pick whatever you feel is comfortable. So the first one is a squat. So it's pretty much just like what you do when you go from a sit to stand. You're gonna come down and you're gonna add this big punch with it as you stand up, which is called an uppercut. So you're gonna squat down and you're gonna uppercut. You're gonna squat down, uppercut. So when you're coming up with that fist, you're thinking you're driving up towards the sky and coming back down. That's exercise number 1. If you feel like you need to hold on to the chair, you can certainly come down, uppercut, down, uppercut, okay? Exercise number 2 is gonna be a plank. For those of you that are feeling up for the challenge, I would encourage you to kind of get down on the floor, onto your forearms, making sure your back's nice and straight. For those of you that want to stay standing, whatever you have your sturdy surface on, you can put your hands nice and flat and just walk your feet out, and this will be your plank for the day, okay? The next one is a push-up. Again, if you're feeling like you want to get down to the floor, you can do a push-up from your hands and feet or your knees. And then my group that wants to stay standing, we're just going to use that steady surface again, and you can do it right from the table. And then the last one is going to be a jumping jack. So whether you feel like you want to go for the full jumping jack or just step out to the side, that works too. So what we're going to do is 30 seconds where we're working pretty hard, and then I'm going to give you 15 seconds where you get to rest. I'm going to show the modified version using the table, but again, if you're up for the challenge, go ahead and get down on the floor. I'll be talking us through this. I'm just going to start my timer. Is everybody ready? I see thumbs up. So the first one is going to be that squat with our uppercut. Ready? So you're coming down, driving that hand up towards the sky. And you're thinking big amplitude with that upward drive. Again, if you want to hold on to the chair, you can come down, uppercut, and rest. So the next one for our people that want to get down onto the floor, it's going to be that plank. So go ahead and get down on the floor if you like. If not, we'll use our table, and we're going to hold this plank for 30 seconds. Sometimes you can even use your nice sturdy chair. Whatever you guys have around you will work. Just think nice tight core. We have 10 seconds left. 2, 1. Good. All right, the next one is our push-up. So those on the floor, you can stay there if you choose to. Those on our table or your chair, we're just gonna try and do as best of a push-up as we can. So you're bending your arms, straightening out. Bending your arms, straightening out. So this is definitely an arm workout. If you're sitting, you can always just push and pull. Same thing on our chair, just bending your arms, pushing up. Bending your arms, pushing up. You just have 6 seconds left. Good. And the last one of this one is the jumping jack. So you can go for the whole thing or just step out to the side and together. We're gonna go in 3 seconds if you're ready. So either a full jumping jack or this nice side stepping. And same thing as before, we're thinking big amplitude with those arms. See if you can get your elbows to straighten out, those fingers to extend. 5 seconds. Ooh, and relax. So definitely a little bit more challenging, especially if you're getting down on the floor, but from what I can see, everybody looks like they're doing a nice job. We're gonna run through that whole thing one last time. How are we all doing? I'm just checking in. I see thumbs up. I see thumbs up. Okay, so just to run through again, we're gonna start with that squat and that uppercut. You're driving that hand up towards the sky. The next one's the plank. You're down on the floor. Try on your forearms. Then it's the push-up, either from here or here. And then we're going back to the jumping jack for those that are trying to do the floor transfers. All right, here we go. In 5 seconds, we're starting with our squat again. And go. Squat, uppercut, squat, uppercut. I don't know if any of you guys do boxing, but boxing is really great for Parkinson's. It gets your heart rate up. Gotta do a lot of powerful movements. And they usually make you remember a sequence, which is what we're gonna do next. Challenge your cognition a little bit. Great job with that set. So those of you getting down on the floor, I'll let you get down. But the next ones are plank. And start. You're tucking your tailbone under. You're thinking a nice tight core. If you're on a table, you could even bring your arms down if you'd like. So many modifications. All right, we have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break. All right, the next one, we got push-ups. Good job to everybody who's on the floor and in standing. Whatever way you choose to do a push-up. And here we go, I'm on the table. We're bending our arms, straightening up. Bending your arms, straightening up. If you're using the chair and you don't want to go as low, you can do the same thing. Bending your arms, straightening up. Bending your arms, straightening up. 10 seconds left, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, if you're on the floor, we're gonna stand back up. The last one's the jumping jacks. Full jumping jack, or we can step out to the side. Here we go. Last 30 seconds here, and then we get to take a break. Halfway there. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, guys. All right. How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Awesome. Good, good, good. If you need to take a sip of water or have a quick seat in your chair, that's absolutely fine. But as I just mentioned a little bit earlier, the next thing that we're gonna do is a boxing sequence. So if you wanna do this sitting in your chair, you can, or you can do it in standing. So what we're gonna do, if you've never done boxing before, you're gonna put your legs at a staggered stance. And I'm just gonna go through each of the moves before we go into our little interval. But you're gonna jab forward with your left arm. So you kind of punch forward and it's almost like you're emptying out a soda can. So that's gonna be jab, nice and quick. And then you're gonna do cross, which is with your right arm. You're gonna bring that arm across your body and you're gonna try and pivot on that back leg. And then you come back. So it's a jab, and then a cross, and then the next one's a hook. So it's your left arm again, and you're kind of doing this small little punch. Bring it around and in front. So that's a hook. And then the last one is called an uppercut, which is what you guys already did with your squats. You're gonna kind of dip a little bit low, and then you're gonna drive this arm up and across. So we got a jab, we got a cross, we got a hook, and then we got an uppercut. Okay, so in this next interval, it's gonna challenge your cognition. We're trying to really challenge that brain and that dual task ability. This is the sequence that I want you to try and continue to do. You're gonna add on one move each time. So it's gonna be a jab, jab, cross, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, and then an uppercut. And so you're gonna keep doing that as we go on. If you wanna have a seat in your chair, that's absolutely okay. The one we're gonna do after that is just a step. So for my group that doesn't wanna hold on to anything, you're gonna bring one foot behind you. You're gonna bring your arms up in the air. And as you bring your knee forward, you're gonna bring your hands down. Step back, knee forward, hands down. So as you reach up, it's that big amplitude, and then you're challenging your single leg balance. If you wanna use your chair, which is absolutely okay, you'll do just the same thing, just holding on to the chair in front of you. Or you can just hold on with both hands and drive one knee up. Totally up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with, okay? So we're gonna do 30 seconds like we did before, then we'll rest, and then we'll do 30 seconds of this, and then we'll rest, and we'll do the whole thing one last time. I'm gonna do the whole thing with you, so if that was too much information, don't worry. So, in about 10 seconds, we're gonna start with those punches. So, it's gonna be your job to try and recall the sequence. We got our staggered stance. Here we go, it's gonna be a jab, jab, cross, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Good, we'll do it together. Jab, jab, cross, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Try and keep going. Nice job. All right, and rest. Okay, one leg behind, arms out in front. If you have your chair in front, that's a-okay. You're just gonna be driving one knee up and back, up and back. So whatever way you choose to do it. Up and back. You got 15 seconds. So this, if you're using your arms, you gotta coordinate it a little bit. Up and back. Up. Good, and rest. So I just had my right leg behind me, so this next time I'm gonna have the left one. So we're gonna get into that stance again for our boxing round. I'll say it once together, and then you're gonna have to try and keep doing the sequence. Jab, jab, cross, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Keep going, guys. Cross, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Good, and rest. Coming back to your chair or just standing. I'm gonna put my left leg behind me because I had my right one forward last time. And here we go, 30 more seconds, and then we get a big break. Other way. See a lot of people moving on the screen. It looks good. 10 seconds left. We're almost there. Woo, and relax. Oh, I'm getting tired. How'd everybody feel with that round? I see thumbs up. I see everybody moving. That's what I like to see. So definitely take a break, get some water if you'd like. What we're gonna do next is those classic power moves. So I'm gonna demo in sitting because I know we just did a lot of standing. And my standing group, go ahead and keep standing if you choose to. But I'm gonna demo really, really quickly the moves in standing, and then I'll be doing the ones in sitting. So for the standing folks, the power up is going to be you're squatting back, standing up nice and tall. Then it's a big reach together, reach together. And you're going to have your arms out. It's going to be a full twist. Open up, full twist, open up. And then your feet are going to be together, and you're going to do that step to the middle, step to the middle. Okay? And then I'm going to demo some in sitting because I think some of us might need a little bit of a break. Is everybody ready to get started again? Need some thumbs up. So like I said, I'll be in sitting, demoing those. It's pretty much the same thing though when you're in standing. So we're gonna do 10 repetitions of this power up move first. So again, if you're standing, you're gonna be doing that motion. All right, guys, if you're ready, we're gonna get started with 10 repetitions. Here we go. So you're gonna go down and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. All right, the next one, we're doing a big weight shift and a big reach. So in standing, you're gonna be on your 2 feet, you're gonna reach up and over to the side. I want your hands up towards the ceiling, and you're really weight shifting so you can almost lift that foot up off the floor. And then you're gonna switch to the other side. So this is what it looks like in standing. And then my seated group, you're just gonna bring your arm down to your leg, reach up and across. Up and across. All right, here we go. We got 10 in a row. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, next is gonna be that power twist, my standing group. Arms are gonna be out to the side. You're gonna turn your whole body and bring your hands together. You're gonna open up in the middle, whole body turn to the opposite direction. You watch my feet, I'm really pivoting on that back foot. So that's our goal there. My sitting group, same thing. We're just gonna be turning in our chair. All right, here we go. Arms out to the side, and 10. Here's 1, open, 2, open, 3, open, 4, open, 5, open, 6, open, 7, open, 8, open, 9, open, 10. Woo! Hope everybody's doing well. I know my heart rate is up. So the next one is that power step. So for my standing group, your feet are a little bit closer together. You're gonna take a big step and a big reach. And then you're gonna bring your hands back together. Big step, big reach. Back together. Alternating those legs. Make sure both arms are active. We don't want one arm to be hanging down by our side. Get them both up in the air. Nice seated group. Feet together. Hands are going to be on your knees. You're just going to take a big step out to the side, back to the middle, out to the side, and back to the middle. All right, here we go. 10 repetitions, alternating legs. Ready? 1, together. 2, together. 3, together. 4, together. 5, together. 6, together, 7, together, 8, together, here's 9, together, and 10, together. Awesome job. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna flow all those moves together, okay? So 1 through 4, you're just gonna put them right in one sequence. So for my standing group, it's gonna be here, open. You're gonna reach to the middle, reach to the middle. You're gonna have your arms out to the side, twist, open, twist, open. And then it's gonna be feet together, step, together, step, together. Okay? And I'll be doing very similar things in sitting. We're gonna run through that 3 whole times, okay? Woo. Here we go, if you're ready. Seated group, hands on our legs. Ready, we're gonna lean forward or squat down. You're gonna power up. You're gonna reach. Back to the middle, reach. Back to the middle, arms out. You're gonna full body turn, twist, open, twist, open. Everybody, feet a little bit closer together. Big step, together. Big step, together. Here we go, back from the top, feet apart. Seated group, leaning forward, standing. You're gonna squat down. You're gonna power up, reach, back to the middle, reach, middle, arms out to the side, full body turn for twist, open, twist, open. Everybody brings their feet together. We're gonna do a big step, together, and then a big step, together. All right, last one, guys, of this power moves here. Hands on the thighs for my seated group. Standing, you're gonna squat down. You're gonna power up. And big reach. Middle, reach. Middle, arms out to the side. Twist, open, twist, open. And everybody brings their feet together for this last one. You're gonna take a big step. Together, big step, together. Woo! Nice work, everybody. I see thumbs up for we're doing good. I like it. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna cool down with some stretches, especially for those of you that are standing for that whole first part. We're using our legs a lot. It might be a little bit tight, so we're gonna spend a little bit more time trying to lengthen out those muscles that need to be lengthened, especially because we know Parkinson's has a tendency to want us to make us really, really tight and rigid. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our legs. If you want, everybody can come into sitting. And you're gonna kick one leg out in front to start. I'm gonna start with my left foot. You're gonna sit up really, really nice and tall, almost like you're kind of pushing your pelvis forward. And then you're gonna hinge forward at your hips for a nice big stretch in your hamstrings. Believe it or not, this is as far as I can go because I have really tight hamstrings. So I try and stretch all the time, even though it doesn't look like I do. So we're gonna try and hold this for about 30 seconds. Prior to working out, it's nice to do a lot of active stretches, and then after your workout, it's usually when you hold those static holds. That's why we're finishing this way. Good, shake it out if you need to. You're gonna kick that other foot forward. You're gonna sit up really nice and tall again, so your pelvis is kind of pushing forward, and then you're gonna hinge forward at your hips. We're gonna try and do 30 seconds here. Some of you might notice one leg's a little bit tighter than the other, which is common. 10 more seconds. Good. So I'm going to turn and face you guys for this next one. This one's for your glutes and your piriformis that can tend to be tight as well. If you're able to, I want you to try and get your legs to cross. If that's really challenging, you can kick one leg out and see if you can get it to kind of cross over. But you're going to see if you can get your leg up. Some of your legs might be all the way up here, maybe down here, but I really want you to try and sit up nice and tall as you do this. And you should feel the stretch all in here. Some might feel a little bit of tightness in that groin area. But we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Again, trying to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. If you're flexible, you could even lean forward from this position and hold that there, but I'm not that flexible, so I'm going to stay right here. We're going to go 10 more seconds. And then let's switch legs. So you're going to bring your opposite leg up. Again, if you can't get it up here, you can kind of kick one leg out and just have them crossed. Flexible group. Sit up nice and tall, and you can even lean forward if you'd like. Again, you're going to feel this in your glute muscle. Ten more seconds. Good. Okay, we're going to do 3 more stretches. I'm going to have us either, well, for this next one, you can sit in your chair if you'd like, or my standing group, we can stand up. But what you're going to do is you're going to bring your feet a little bit closer together. You're going to kind of lace your hands together. I kind of make this kind of arrow position with my hands. You're going to shoot your arms up towards the sky. I want you to really elongate those arms, trying to straighten out those elbows. And then you're just going to lean to the side. And then you're going to switch. So you're going to go as far as you feel comfortable, as fast as you feel comfortable. You just do what your body feels good. And again, my seated group, you're just doing the same thing. Kind of back and forth. I like to stand up because I feel it more down into my low back even. And we're going to go a few more, and then we're going to hold it. So whatever side you're on, just try and hold here. You're taking nice deep breaths. And each exhale, you can kind of see if you can go a little bit more over to the side. We'll come back up to the center. And the same thing to the other side. Just take a nice deep breath. Each exhale, you can see if you can lower down a little bit more. And back to the middle. Whew, I needed that. So the last 2 are going to be standing. So with Parkinson's, our hip flexors can become really tight. In addition to our calves, we kind of can get this kind of forward flex posture. That's why we do all of these things, so that we don't stand like that and we get out of that position. So the first one's going to be, well, actually, we're just going to combine them together. So what you're going to do is you're going to step 1 foot back. 1 foot's going to be forward. A normal calf stretch is you kind of just push forward like this. But what I want you to think of is you're going to kind of tuck your tailbone under so that your core is nice and tight, and then you're going to hinge forward. So right now, I feel the stretch here in my hip flexors and in my calf in the back. So we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. If you don't feel anything in the front, again, try and think of like if you were a dog that was kind of tucking its tail under, that's what you want to hold as you come forward. 15 more seconds. And then we're gonna switch feet. So other leg's behind us. If my back is arched, I'm gonna think, tuck my tailbone under, and then I'm gonna lean forward. We're gonna hold 30 seconds. This is kind of like a good 2-for-1. Calf and hip flexor stretch. Five more seconds. And relax. Woo! Nice work, everybody. That was an awesome job today. How does everybody feel? Hopefully like they got a workout in, right?
Yes.
Heart rate up, that's the whole point. Does anybody have any questions with what we did today or kind of what I was talking about just at the start of our session? Nope. All right. Well, I will challenge you all to pick an exercise that you find challenging but doable and see if you can add a repetition for every day this month to get you moving a little bit more. If you want to do a plank like how we did it today, you can try adding 5 seconds or 10 seconds a day, whatever you decide, but I definitely give you that challenge to try and take on. And if you, again, want to feel inspired, you can just look up Jimmy Choi. His last name is C-H-O-I, and he's doing his daily moves and adding repetitions, but his moves are quite intense and crazy because he's an American Ninja Warrior now, and he was using a cane before. So nice job again, and we'll see everybody in a few weeks.
Thanks, Christine.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving.
Thanks, you too.
Eat a lot of food.